Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate program. Let's take the wine part out, Mont. And we're back in the Thunder saddle, and that's exciting to be here. And we got the Thunder mug on the show today. Ooh, big ass glass. They've been asking, the guy's been asking, he wants to call it the Thunder mug. I mean, it's not a mug really, because the mug, but you got it, because that's how I roll. Really excited to be back on the show. Tomorrow is our 2-year anniversary, and because of that, you all know about the Spread the Thunder contest. Come here, be my guest, have dinner with me, 5 people win an Apple TV, all that jazz. I decided to push that 1 day back, give everybody a refresher to submit. The only way you're a part of the contest is if you submit over here in the comments what you were doing to Spread the Thunder. I'm excited about that. And today we've got a very excellent show. The Wine Spectator today came through our door and has declared 2005 Bordeaux as one of the great vintages of all time, reviewing over 1,000 wines, a vintage that ranks amongst the greatest since the legendary 61, which they rated 99 points as a vintage, and they've rated the 2005 vintage 99 points as a vintage. This was an extremely well done magazine, The Wine Spectator. I highly recommend people going out and picking this up because this is a very well done issue, and more importantly has inspired me to talk about what I talked about today. And so, Mott, link it up when we've talked about 2005 Bordeaux in the past, and there's a couple episodes. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is a legendary vintage. Like the Spectator said, just one of the greats of all time. Unfortunately, when we were preaching and yelling and asking people to buy futures a long, long time ago, wait till you see what Mott links up. We've got some oldies, but goodies. A lot of people didn't, and the prices have gone up dramatically, and it's become very difficult to find great value. Wines are still being sold as futures as they start to come in now. But what I decided today was to talk about 2 wines. One that I know a lot about and have tasted in the past, just not in this state as a finished product, and we'll get into a lot of details about this. It's a very special wine to me. Mott, zoom in. Maybe people will be able to see. So special that there's even my signature. Can you get there, Mott? Can you get there?
Got it.
Nice work. On the bottom of the label, and this is the Secrete Cardinal, which is a project done by Cardinal. It's a separate little parcel. Unbelievable stuff, and Steven Tanzer scored 90 to 93 points, so pretty cool. Was able to gobble all that up on my Bordeaux trip that you guys all saw clips to. And then we've got something I think too many people are going to forget about in this vintage, which is the white wines from the 2005 vintage, which is extremely exciting. And so we've got Lucia Hold, a little producer here all day, that I'm very pumped about. But first I want to talk about a couple things. Tomorrow's episode is very special to me. I've also realized, ironically, I think our numbers match up. Tomorrow, either I tie or I pass. I think I pass The Simpsons in number of episodes. And there was a lot of chatter on the forums, and I was away for a little while, so it got me thinking, to be at this 411, 412 episodes, and, don't forget, these are sitcom level length episodes. So I just really am shockingly and excitably thankful to everybody who's been sticking with me, because I know a lot of people, I don't even know how people can stick through this. It's just, it's a long journey. We're talking about 411 episodes. So I just want to thank everybody who continues to watch the show and supports it. I know a lot of people in the forums have said, they don't really watch the show as much anymore and they hang out in the forums. And that's awesome. Really, my big thing is that to build a community that, trusts their own palate. And that's something else I want to yap about today. I was going to save a lot of this for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an introspectful show, but I want to talk about, please, some people have emailed me. Very ironic thing going on. There was one wine, Leo Katie wine, that I put on the Thunder Show, which I loved. Had a lot of people email me that they loved it, and I had 3 or 4 people email me that they didn't like it. One to the point where they'll never watch the show again, and I'm really sad about that, Matt. I hope you do come back and watch, because just remember, everybody's got their own palate, and that's my biggest platform. A lot of chatter on the internet's about me going to Washington State. Why am I going there? Because I'm a retailer or what have you. We don't even ship to Washington State. I just think, as this show gets bigger, there's going to be a lot of hoopla, and I just want everybody to know I have no interest in being your new wine critic of this generation or that. I just hope that you see how much passion and excitement I have for wine, but more importantly, friends and family, and how to live a lifestyle that really you can enjoy, how lucky we are. You could be a ladybug. And those are kind of cool, though. Anyway, and I really hope that I open your mind, and we're trying a lot of different things. Yesterday's show was a lot of fun. I got a lot of emails about Saint Bon overnight. A lot of people tried Cabernet Franc over the weekend. Great emails about that. And that, my friends, is what this is all about. And so I hope you, break open, think a little bit and understand what we're trying to do here on the Thunder Show. And just as we approach our 2-year anniversary, it kind of feels like a good time to address it. And I'm doing something unusual today. I'm talking about a wine that I had tasted and a lot to do with, and we'll get that to in a minute. But let's start right now with the Grave from the Pesach, the Chateau Hold 2005. This is a $30 bottle of white Bordeaux. Excuse me. It's a Semillon Sauvignon Blanc blend, and so I'm really excited about trying this for a couple of reasons. One, talking about expanding and getting people to think outside their normal, comfort zone. I'm a very big fan of white Bordeaux, and this country is not. So, I really think that we are all collectively, as a unit, that's how I like to think of us, missing out on a lot of great stuff out there. So, really try and force yourself to find a Grave or a Pesach, a white Bordeaux over the next 30 days, if you could promise me that. Come on, zoom into this eye right here. I want them to see this eye. Right there. I need you to promise to that eye right there. All right, get out of here. It's just a category that is overlooked. If you're a fan of the Loire Valley whites and New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, I think there's a home here for you. The wines are much more classic and interesting. It's just, I think there's things out there that we're missing out on. So I'm excited about this. So now say it with me in unison. We're trying to make a collective sound. Sniffy sniff. Let me get a little bit more here because I think I like what I'm smelling. I want to make sure. A huge explosion of lemon starburst candy exploding right off the bat on this wine. And I think that's where I'm really excited about this wine right off the bit because aromatically it's exceptional and I like that. When it's AE, I'm okay with it. There's also a little bit of a soapiness, kind of detergent, almost like you loaded up a washing machine with a crap load of Starburst lemon candies. That's what this would smell like. Beautiful graininess, pretty. Little lemonade kind of action, really interesting. Let's give it a whirl. Now, the Pesach is an area that produces amazing red wines, but also is so known for their whites, completely under the radar. My only wish and dream is that a lot more people would have an opportunity to drink white Bordeaux. This is a very high cost of entry into a category. 30 bones is a lot of cash, and I'm not confused that that's out of the price range of a lot of people. But if you want to splurge on something special, this specific wine, I think, brings a good amount of thunder. There's an awfully beautiful lemon citrus component to this wine that is undoubtedly the epicenter of what this wine is all about. It's very focused and very rich. Great medium-bodied wine. Nice long finish. Very grainy and tea. Very zen, very spa-like, like the scents you get in a massage, like green tea, like drink this out of like the ceramic that's all like in a twisted style, and delicious. This cost me $1,500, why? Anyway, that kind of aromatic taste flavor even on the back end. This is good. Why I know I like this wine a lot was on this last swirl through, I desperately didn't even want to spit. It's got a really seductive flavor profile. And the weight, it's the creaminess of the weight that really gets me on this wine. It's got a flavor profile that reminds me of a lot of Sancerres, but it's got more oomph and more body and more complexity. And really a silky, creamy, creme fraiche kind of almost component. You get the body weight of a classic Chardonnay, but the focused cleanness that you expect out of a great Sauvignon Blanc. This is an exceptionally good bottle of wine, actually. I'm feeling this wine. This could be the last score I give. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about a lot of changes on the Thunder Show. If you know anything about me, I did the baseball card thing for 2 or 3 years. Then I went to comic books. Then I went to 80s collectible toys. I'm a mover. I feel it again. I feel like we've got to make, maybe a new intro. Matt, what do you think about the next contest after tomorrow's? You know, who's going to make the best intro? That'll become the intro for Wine Library. Want a little 15, 20-second song, a couple of highlight clips. Could be kind of cool. Maybe ask permission from Conan and Ellen. You know, I feel like I need a new intro. Maybe the hello, everybody, you know? I don't know. I'm just feel like it's time for change. Don't worry, I won't be scratching today. Well, that was crazy yesterday, right? Sorry about that. I guess I was just so tired after all those episodes we tasted. Stay composed today. Anyway, very solid bottle of wine. Great complexity overall. I'm going to score this wine 91 plus points, and I'm going to really, really push people to go seek it out. It's definitely a wine that needs to be sought out. It's got tremendous complexity and really is the perfect pairing if you want to do like a beautiful like Australian thorny lobster dish. You know, could be really, really delicious. Just has enormous amount of quality coming through. Casey Cason time. Big shout out to Don, aka Cab Drinker, just celebrated his 42nd birthday month, and let's split that right in half and go big 2-1 to Mikey West, 21. He's on board now. Really awesome. And then finally, have to give a huge shout out. Been checking the IP addresses. Canada, I guess the Global Mail article exploded. Huge shout out to the Canadian contingency. There are so many awesome fans of the Thunder Show from Canada, and I felt very compelled to give them the proper shout out on today's show on the cusp of the 2-year anniversary. And Denmark and Panama, there's some really hot spots of the Thunder Show internationally. As a matter of fact, side question of the day. If you're not from the US of A, please leave where you're from. It's kind of fun, right? How we been doing in the forums, Mod? Everything's cool? Good. All right, let's talk about this wine. And this is a wine that I'm extremely excited about. This is the Secrete de Cardinal 2005 Saint-Emilion Grand Cru. It's $45 US. It's rated 90 to 93 points by Steven Tanzer, who's a very tough critic. It's 100% Merlot. There's only 300 cases made, unfined, unfiltered. It comes from a small parcel of, you're right over there, Mont? 1.2 acre parcel in Saint-Emilion. When I was in Bordeaux last year, when you saw the videos from April, I had the opportunity to taste this wine before anybody really even knew it was coming out, because it was a new purchase and production for Florida Cardinal, which has become a very big and serious Saint-Emilion producer. And the wine blew me away. I committed to all of it. All of it. I was like, I'll take it all. Would you sell it to me all? Yes, they did. And then Tanzer comes out and gives it a huge score, which is awesome. I decided not to pre-sell it on futures because I wanted to do something cool for like fans, you know, and customers when, you know, when this issue came out and when the prices exploded, and sure enough, they have. And so I wanted to have something in my back pocket, like a secret weapon, like, look what I got, to hand to better clients who were missing out on the '05 Bordeaux. And that's what I've been doing internally in the store. I'm going to be sending a big email on this tomorrow because it just came in while I was away. But for $45 for a 93-point Steven Tanzer 2005 Bordeaux, that's in stock now, it's an unheard of opportunity. Now, I've tasted this wine, so I'm not going to score it on the Thunder Show today because I feel it's a conflict of interest. But I'm going to tell you right now, when I tasted this in Bordeaux, it blew me away. It was a barrel sample, so now I'm going to get to taste it again. Again, 100% low. And that's, yeah, this is what gets crazy about this wine. And this is even stronger than I remember it. It has an aromatically explosive adventure. AEI? AEA. Tons of black fruit, tons of cherry, just explosive blackberries coming through. Little hints of cedar, but just gorgeous, over the top, ripe, like, nose. And the reason I stopped there for a second is, you have to understand, this is, to me, one of the best Saint-Emilion producers. They bought this little parcel, but there was a reclassification of Saint-Emilion, so they couldn't count it part of their vineyard. So they were going to plan to use it for Chateau, Florida Cardinal, but they couldn't because during the rules during the judging of the reclassification, they bought this parcel, so they couldn't include it if they want to be upgraded to the status that they've been upgraded to. So they've had to make this separate label, Secrete, but the fruit coming from here, they thought was going to be the backbone of their top wine, or not even their top wine, because they're priced the same way, their main wine, or their original wine, the Florida Cardinal. So this was a really big opportunity, in my opinion, especially when I tasted the wine, because, to be honest with you, I thought it was even better than the straight Florida Cardinal. I'll have to check what Tanzer scored the other one. Absurdity. I'm not going to sit and tell you how crazy I think about this. Know this. I bought this wine for a specific reason. before, when Wine Library TV was still brewing, I wasn't even sure we'd still be doing it by the time this wine came out. This was for my top clients who missed out on 2005 Bordeaux. A lot of you have missed out on 2005 Bordeaux. This is why I highly recommend, and I looked through James Sucklin's scores in this issue, and I've got to be very honest with you. I was really impressed with a lot of things. Number one, I thought he absolutely nailed, and we don't have this anymore, but if you can find this, you've got to find this wine. Now, unfortunately, he blew it up, so now it's going to be real hard. But I thought the Domaine de Chevalier, and you might have saw that we did the 04 on the 12 Days of Christmas promotion. He's so right about this wine. This wine is a killer. 97 points. I think I had it down as 95 to 96. I totally agree with him on that. I thought he nailed it. I thought he was absolutely right about the Coste Estrenal. He gave it 98 points. I think he did a great job with that. This is a really solid issue from the Spectator. I really, really thought there was a lot of things that were correct and on point, but more importantly, what I think is important, why this issue kind of inspired me to do today's show, is they did a lot of value-driven stuff in this issue. Things that they think are driven by good deals, and I think there's a lot of. PayPal 92 points. $30, I know, is still on the market. For us, we've pretty much sold most of our 05s, but there's a Val Rose. 92 points, $33. That's a great producer. I'm a big fan of it. Anyway, don't give up. That's where I'm going with this. That's where I was going with this. This issue is going to make it even harder, unfortunately, because that's what happens. Spectator very powerful. But look for 05s. As I drink this wine, I got to be really blunt with you. This is even better than the barrel sample I had. It has done what I hoped it would. Build on its character and open up fruit. Where this was a fruit bomb and had structure and explosiveness, now, even at this early stage, even though this wine can be put away for 30 or 40 years, I'm dead serious about that, this wine's starting to show secondary floral characteristics that I'm adoring. Guys, I'm going to tell it to you like this. You and I could have made a great 2005 Bordeaux. That's how special this vintage is. It's really one of the great opportunities in the wine industry in a long, long time. It was a lot better a year and a half ago, but there's still things to be found. You've got to search them out. If you're drinking Cabernets and Merlots at $10 to $15 from California and other places in the world, you've got to veer out and try to find some of these little petite chateaus. It's just that special of vintage. Let me put it this way. I think Tanzer's even underrating this, even on his high side. And 93 from Tanzer is like 140 from Umont. So, really, really excited about this vintage. Something that I think a lot of people need to seek out. Super excited about tomorrow's very special episode. Talked about the Canadian contingency. I want to give them a huge shout out for sure. Tomorrow we're going to do the big drawing for all the contests. And we'll have a very special show tomorrow. I have something really up my sleeve that I think you'll enjoy. 2005 Bordeaux. Don't be discouraged. Go out there, do your homework. If you're looking for something special, if you need my help, you can email me right above. But you've got to act pretty much. I've been saying all along, I hope you really do watch all the videos where like a year and a half ago I'm like, bye. I've been saying all along, you've got to act. And you know what? Now with this, you've got virtually, there's 3 pieces of sand left. And I don't want you to miss out on it. So that's important to me. I hope you're doing well. I missed you a whole lot this whole last week when I was away. And I will definitely see you tomorrow. Question of the day. Where are you positioned in 2005 Bordeaux? A lot. Haven't bought any. Bought this. Tell me your 2005 Bordeaux story. Because you, with a little bit of me and Panthro, we're changing the wine world. Whether they like it or not.